Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Russell here, Australia's leading sales and speaker training expert, business coach, professional speaker, mentor, and author. Wow, what a mouthful. Okay, good morning to you. Let me ask you, whenever you have to go and do a presentation or you've had to make a phone call, have you ever been riddled with fear? Fear that stops you from taking the action to get the results that you need to get. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 steps and strategies that I use that help me get past fear, to be able to do the presentation, to be able to make the phone call, and to be able to go out and work with more people, make a difference, and sell more and be successful. So watch out. Here we go. Here we go. How do we get past fear to be able to sell more and achieve more? What I want to share with you are 5 steps that I follow that help me get past what I call, firstly, the monkey. That little voice in our head that says things like, oh, they won't be interested, or we're going to be bothering them, or I'll call later because they're probably having lunch, or I'm just so scared I can't do it because I'm freaked out, and you don't do anything. So the first thing that I want to share with you is you have to be aware of what the monkey is saying to you. And is it really true? Now, the monkey can be really loud, as I said, or it can be really quiet, which is just do it later. Get to it tomorrow. This is the monkey at work. And you know what the monkey's trying to do? It's actually our primal brain trying to protect us from a perceived danger that does not exist. Making a phone call or doing a presentation will not kill you, but it can feel that way. So the brain is trying to do all these things by giving us thoughts that attempt to stop us from taking action that it perceives could hurt us. But the whole goal is to be aware of the thoughts, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to stop taking the action, and that is what we need to do next, which is follow these steps to help us get past those thoughts. The next thing I want to share with you is inspiring thoughts. I think about people and some things that help me get past fear, to make the phone call, to do the presentation, to take those actions that could stop me if I didn't have these inspiring thoughts. So what are these inspiring thoughts? Well, I think about people, and I make reference in my mind to what it is these people do, what they stand for, and what their message is. Now, the first person, or not the first person, but one of the people I think about is this very good friend of mine, Sarah. Sarah is an amazing person who is able to make phone calls, do presentations, and consistently take the action every day to get the result that she gets. And watching Sarah work and having spoken to her, her philosophy is to be consistent, and the more no's she gets, the closer she gets to yeses. However, more than anything, what she does is she takes that consistent action. And that really inspires me by thinking about her and how she just takes the action, and she thinks less and she does more. Thinks less and does more. The next person I want to talk to you about is this lady here, Tria Pitt. Now, this lady, if you haven't heard about her, or if you have, what an inspiration. What she has gone through with regard to having been a model and a public figure, to having over 80% of her body burnt in a fire, and now for what she stands for, where she gets up and she speaks and she inspires people. And I think to myself, if she can have the courage to do what she does with what she's been exposed to and had to go through, with my full functionality, I can do anything. So she really inspires me. The next person is this guy, Nick Bizchek. This guy, no arms and legs, gets up every day to go out and make a difference to people, to speak where many people like this would be hiding away and never want to be seen by anyone. What a courageous person. Again, I think about Nick. And if Nick can go and do what he does on a daily basis, me and the things that I have to do and want to do, my God, he's so inspiring to me. So being inspired by these people that we see and what they do on a daily basis. And then another message that I want to share with you is by Johnny Depp. And Johnny says, and let me explain how I perceive his message. He says, just keep moving forward and don't give a shit about what other people think. And I believe we focus so much on what we think other people are thinking about us, and they're not thinking about us at all. So we need to give less of a shit about what people think, because they're not thinking about us, and to focus more on how we can take the action, bring value to people, and do the work that we need to do to get the result that we need to get. And that's what he says. Do what you have to do for you. Now, I know that sounds a bit self-serving, but you know what? At the end of the day, we do need to do what we need to do for us. Yes, we want to be able to bring value. We want to be able to make a difference to people's lives. However, we've got a job to do. And on this planet, the way it works is every day we need to bring value to people, we need to take action, and we need to be of service and get the results that we need to get in good, honest, ethical ways. However, we've got to do what we have to do. And I think about Johnny Depp. I actually have this picture up on my wall to remind me that this guy just says you've got to do what you've got to do. And that inspires me. So, inspiring thoughts. These people inspire me to do what it takes. The next thing is, number 3, be prepared. Now, what do I mean by be prepared? If you're going to do a presentation, you're going to make a phone call, you're going to have a consultation meeting with someone, you need to be prepared. You can't just go in and wing it, because that is when you will feel fear. The number one way to reduce fear above all of this is to be prepared. So, I have my scripts in front of me. I might know them a lot better these days, so it might just be a quick reference point to just get myself organized, but I know what I'm going to say. I know the journey that I'm going to take people on when I speak with them to determine needs, create value, see if there's a match for if we can work together, or they invest in what it is that I represent, and enroll them skillfully in a prepared, professional manner. Okay, the next thing is plan it daily. If we want to get past fear and we want to get the results that we want to get, we have to be prepared. Now, what do I mean by being prepared? It would be better that you take smaller, consistent action on a daily basis to get the results that you need to get than this massive action and then burning yourself out and then not wanting to do anything. It's a bit like someone going to the gym consistently every few days, have a good workout, and they like the experience and they keep going, as opposed to jumping in, flogging yourself, and then hating it a couple of days later. So being consistent, and I plan it in my diary every day. The people that I'm going to call, the actions that I'm going to take, and I mark it off. And yes, it's a bit laborious, however, it gets the result. And then it's so rewarding when you have ticked it off and you can get to the end of the day and you go, wow, what a productive day I had today. I got it done. Now, are you always going to get the result? Not necessarily, but as Sarah says, the more contacts she's making, the closer she's getting to yeses. So could you imagine her strategy where she's made 50 contacts and gets 10 results, as opposed to someone who fumbles around and takes kind of 10 actions and gets 1 or maybe no results. So we have to be consistently planned and take the action on a daily basis. And now, number 5, which is to do it. Eventually, through all of this, we need to make the phone call, do the presentation, follow up, take the action that we need to take to have a conversation, to determine needs, build value, and see if we can do business together and ask for the business. And sometimes we have to do it courageously, because sometimes your fear is going to overwhelm you, your monkey's going to tell you thoughts. You can do all of this if you're disciplined enough to follow this plan, because it will work for you if you do it. However, sometimes you just got to be courageous and do it, because it can feel scary, but that is what the difference is between someone who gets stopped by fear and the other person who feels the fear and does it anyway. And as the saying goes, fortune favors the brave. So I hope these 5 steps help you to get past fear so you can sell more and succeed more, help more people, and build the life that you really want to build. And as I've said before, leaders are readers. In this book, if you go to my link below here at my website, trevorrussell.com.au, there is a mountain of information in my book, How to Double Your Clients and Sales in 90 Days or Less. With all of this or more, you could read this book in a week and it could really help you have a much better life, feel happier, achieve more results, make a difference, and achieve those targets, make the money that you want, and really have a more successful life. The other thing as I've offered is, if you contact me at info@trevorrussell.com.au, that's info@trevorrussell.com.au, it would be my pleasure to spend 30 minutes with you on the phone where we can have a chat and do a strategy session, hear what's going on for you, see if I can possibly give you some advice and direction, and maybe even explore working together if it's going to be a good match for both of us. I would love to be able to do that with you. I love the work that I do, to be able to lead, help and inspire people, and it'd be a pleasure to even get to talk to you, find out more about where you're at and what we could do to make some changes to make things better. Okay, thank you. My name's Trevor Russell. It's been an absolute pleasure spending this time with you today. Remember, you can do, be and have anything that you desire if you're willing to decide, take the action and keep going until you get it. Until next time, you have a fantastic day and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao for now.
Show me what you can do. Show me what you can do.